All right. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. I don't know what the hell's up with the lighting today. Wow. You guys know the routine. I'm gonna take a minute to get some of you on here first before we dive into everything. So if you jump on, let me know you say hello. Or say hello. Let me know you're out there. T Dog, what's up, baby? I don't know if I like that last meme you sent me, by the way. We'll just wait another minute here and then we'll get started. Some people over on the IG, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Who else we got? Get some people showing up. Keep them coming, folks. We're about to get started here in just a minute. Just sharing this out. Stand by. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. All right, good enough. How's everybody doing? You have others if you prefer. I don't doubt that you do. Yeah. Friday. Again, I do not know what's up with my lighting today. That is awkward. Anyway, let's it's 2 minutes after. Let's go ahead and get started. I know we'll have some stragglers come in. And I think I'm gonna start this week off a little bit differently. So first off, you guys probably noticed I brought the bow tie back, a little Easter tie. It's Easter weekend, and today is Good Friday. And like a lot of us think, well, Friday is always good. Today's different. And if you don't mind, I would like, for all of those believers that celebrate Passover, that celebrate Easter weekend and whatnot, I want to start today off. I want to start Good Friday off a bit differently. And I want to start it off with John 19, verse 30. It is finished. It is finished. Lord Jesus, thank you that you completed the work of salvation on the cross. Thank you that nothing needs to be added to what you have done. Help me to live in the fullness of that victory. I received your finished work today. In Jesus' name, amen. It's important to me. And I wanted to share that with you guys today. And I know there's a lot of other people out there. So let's not forget what this weekend is all about. People are going to be online and say, it's not about Easter bunnies and this, that, and candy. That's all right. Do that stuff for the kids, but at the same time, let's educate and remind everybody what today is. It's Good Friday, and in 3 days, Christ will rise. And today Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So I wanted to make sure that we respectfully highlighted that today. Malachias, what's up, bro? Appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. Make sure you guys share this out. And it's very, very seldom do I start a show off with a prayer. And again, for those of you that are just tuning in or that watch this later, that was John 19, verse 30. So let's dive into this week. It has been it's been a busy week this week, right? Crazy week. And what's today? Today the 3rd. Today is the 3rd. A couple days ago was April Fool's Day. This is the first. I am proud to announce that this is the first year that I didn't get had by anybody. A lot of that was because I didn't answer my damn phone, my phone at all. That's but one thing I think, and this is going to rub some people the wrong way. I'm going to say it anyway because it can be controversial at times. But NASA launched the what is it, Artemis 2? Um, Launched the astronauts on their mission to go to the moon on April Fool's Day. Did that really happen? Yeah, I mean it happened. But like, just think for a second, like that would be the biggest prank, hands down, right? NASA successfully launched um, astronauts, the first astronaut mission to the moon since 1972. And there's a lot of conspiracies that go in behind all of that or whatnot, but let's focus on the positive side of it. If this is the case and it's coming from NASA and it's there's a lot of Trekkies and space geeks out there, and I love all of you. I do. And I do I think this is cool? Absolutely. Do I think NASA is going to be the first to land on it? I think Elon might be, but NASA's got to come in and do this. Nonetheless, I think this mission is important. Um, Godspeed to the astronauts that are now on their way to the moon. Something different though, right? Kind of crazy. Like NASA, like, hey, let's launch on April Fool's Day. I get it. But some of the articles that you read, the people at NASA are like, we're not focused on this isn't a joke. We're really launching. And I've seen some of the things on social media, people stopping, watching. Glenn Beck did something. It was he got a little emotional on it. That was pretty cool. But it's we're getting back into space. It's like the space race all over again, right? So let's see what happens. Nonetheless, I hope that they have a safe return. That's first and foremost. So, all joking aside, uh, to all the astronauts that are now on their way to the moon, Godspeed. Hope everything goes successful. That'd be a big win for us. What else happened this week? Man, there's just so much. Pam Bondi is out as Attorney General. A lot of people, were you surprised by this? I don't know if I was. The president announced Bondi's exit in a post on yesterday on Truth Social, saying that she would be transitioning to a much needed and more important role, a new job in the private sector, which is to be announced at a later date in the future. Spidey senses are going up, right? In the meantime, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche is, who is also one of President Trump's personal lawyers, is now acting Attorney General in the meantime. Really, kind of what's stirring up with the Bondi thing, and where is she going? That's so important in the private sector. Interesting. It's actually going a little bit faster than I thought it was. So we're going to keep going. Again, if you guys jump on, hey, I see you over there. Thank you. Appreciate you. Make sure you share this out. I don't know. Maybe we're getting shadow banned a little bit because I started off with a prayer. Oh well. What else happened? Military. What's going on in the military right now? A lot of stir-ups in the military right now. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has asked General Randy George, the Chief of Staff of the Army, to step down and retire. This is according to defense official who confirmed on Thursday's CBS News report. A slew of other things went on there. I guess General George was appointed by the Biden administration. There was in several articles, they did say that they wish him well. He's just asking him to retire. And I found in one other article, it wasn't mentioned a lot, but two other generals were fired. A Pentagon official confirmed, and their General David Horden, who became the head of the service's Training and Transformation Command this past October, and Major General William Green Jr., who's the chief of Army chaplains. So I found that very interesting. Army, the 2-star, who's the head of the entire Army chaplains, was fired, and they didn't give any real reason behind it, not yet, at least. So I've tried looking for it. I haven't found anything. If you guys see anything or hear anything, let me know. But I found that to be very interesting. I've got some inside sources looking into it as well. Ken, good morning, brother. Appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. So yeah, it seems to be a stir up down at the Pentagon right now. Army Chief of Staff, hey, you need to retire. And then Training and Transformation Command, you got to go. And then the Army chaplains, I guess, with the new, I don't want to say rank structure, the chaplain thing, just, I don't know, everything that's been going on with the chaplains lately, with the rank and everything like that, it just seems there's pros and cons to that. The more I think about taking the rank off the chaplain, because if you're going, I had this conversation earlier this week. If you're taking the rank off the chaplains, in theory, you're supposed, and we've talked about this, I'm going to bring it up again. If you take the rank off, it's supposed to make it more comfortable for lower enlisted people to go to Chappie. Here's the thing, though. When the chaplain's in meetings and stuff like that, are they going to be talked at instead of talked to, right? So now you just, I don't know. It's I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, I guess. I'm sorry. I got into it, but having this conversation with a friend of mine, he made a good point. He's like, well, you take that off, then why don't you do that to officers that don't lead troops, right? Because chaplains don't necessarily, I don't want to say lead troop, but they're not company commanders or anything like brigade commanders or anything like that. So why don't you do that then to other departments that don't have a command? That makes sense? Am I making sense? What do we have here? Yeah, T-Dog. Okay, I see you. Here's the thing. I'm gonna put what T-Dog over on YouTube said. I know there, for the longest time in the military, they were creating a lot of positions for upper staff or higher enlisted officers, just to kind of keep them in. And I think they're starting to clean that out a little bit more. But the interesting thing is just everything, the stir up around the Pentagon and the military right now is really something to pay attention to. That said, let's keep with the theme, and Pete Hegseth over there. New order lets troops carry personal firearms on base. I want to hear from you guys on this one. Leave a comment below. What are your thoughts on this? New Hegseth order lets troops carry personal firearms on base. David, good morning to you. Just in time. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one, brother. Off-duty service members may soon be able to carry privately owned firearms on U.S. military bases under a new order issued yesterday by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Another article says the directive tells installation commanders to presume approval when troops request permission to carry a privately owned firearm or personal protection on base, revising policies that largely limited personal weapons to law enforcement or training. The move follows a string of shootings on military installation and raises questions about enforcement, safety, and how armed personnel will operate alongside existing security forces. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Carrying your own personal firearm on base. Heather, good morning. Appreciate you. We do anyway. He just made it legal. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Apparently, this was a big thing. Like you weren't allowed to carry personal firearms, or it was assumed that people weren't supposed to be carrying firearms, and of course, it did, always did anyway. I know. I think a lot of us were just like, yeah, I'm not gonna follow that rule because I think the rule was you were supposed to check it into the armory or what have you. Yeah. That's not gonna happen. Stick it under the seat or in the glove box, whatever, right? I think this is a good move. One of the articles that I did read was, they gave the shooting that happened at, I think it was Fort Gordon. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it was Fort Gordon last year. Who the service member used a personal firearm, and then it made mention of the Fort Hood shooting from several years ago, where 13 people were killed in that shooting. So it's one of those things where you know it's Second Amendment, right? I'm gonna carry, right? Ducey made it legal. Hobbs removed it. Shocker. It's more common than you think. More common to carry your personal firearm, like in your personal vehicle and stuff like that, while on base, or it's more common for people not to. I think I know the answer to this one coming from you, David, but I'm gonna ask. I think it's a good idea. I think that it's long overdue, or something that at least now, if something was to happen, that the service member is protected. So, good on that. Let me see. Was there another one that had to do with? No, that's it for the Pentagon stuff. I want to talk about something else that's going on. The Marshall Islands declared a state of economic emergency aimed at global crisis. Marshall Islands has declared a 90-day state of economic emergency in response to ongoing conflict in the Middle East, which has driven a global fuel costs affecting local consumer prices. Some of you are thinking, who cares? What is it? I'll get the comments in a second, guys. What does Marshall Islands have to do with us? Well, you'd be surprised. The president of the Marshall Islands on the March 26th said Marshall Islands relies heavily on imported goods, including fuel, food, building materials, and other basic needs. The directive also ordered government agencies to implement strict energy conservation measures, cut fuel expenditures, and limit the use of government vehicles. The Marshall Islands, for those of you who don't know, it's got approximately 42,000, just over 42,000 people. It's 291 million $1 million economic economy. Jeez, is primarily supported by U.S. grants under the Compact of Free Association, which accounts for 60% of the national government's budget. Here's a little history lesson about the Marshall Islands for those of you who don't know. The U.S. captured the islands from Japan in 1944 during World War II and became a strategic military base, which last I heard is still used to this day. From 1946 to 1958, the U.S. conducted 67 nuclear tests at Bikini and Edenwalk atolls, leading to long-term health and environmental issues for local population. After the war, the islands were administered as a trust territory of the Pacific Islands by the U.S. Independence. The Marshall Islands gained independence in 1979, entered into the Compact of Free Association with the U.S. in 1986, which provided financial assistance and defense support. So there you go. I've had some friends in the past, people that I've known that were teachers that lived in the Marshall Islands for several years. Very beautiful area, strategic, I think, to this day. So very interesting to hear what's going on. Now, why do I bring that up? Some of you are probably thinking he's going to get conspiracy, maybe a little bit. But let's be honest, the fuel cost on everything right now is huge, right? So what does that mean? I mean, fuel cost has gone up, what, 38% in the last, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? So, if it's happening there and it's happening in other places around the world, is when it's almost like, am I waiting for the other shoe to drop here in the United States? With that said, it got me thinking about something I said a couple of weeks ago to y'all. Was, even last year, thinking about some of the shows that we did, like, sometimes I said last year it's got to get worse before it's going to get better, right? And kind of in some of the people, somebody approached me after one of the shows and said, well, they're cleaning out the deep state and this, and this. And it's like, I can kind of see that theory, but at the same time, it's not a Republican Party or Democratic Party anymore. We ought to just wipe both parties out, start fresh. And what I would love to see is, like, people in the trades and people that are not politicians kind of take over and just like us, we the people, not me directly, but we the people. Can you imagine me being in charge of it? Good God. Whew. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. You guys have a tendency to make me do that sometimes. The 6 a.m. email that laid off 30,000 people. You guys see this? Oracle lays off up to 30,000 staff with an email. Tech giant Oracle has laid off thousands of its workforce in a massive job cut that could reportedly impact 30,000 employees globally, aimed at the company's push to fund more artificial intelligence infrastructure. Shocker. Employees in the U.S., India, Canada, and Mexico, and several other countries began receiving job termination emails from, quote, Oracle leadership, end quote, at about 6 a.m. local time Tuesday morning, sparking what could be the largest layoff in the company's history. Oracle's termination email to its laid off staff cited broader organizational, and they spelled organizational wrong, change in what is widely seen as a reference to the tech giant's recent push to build more AI data centers. I forget, I didn't write it down. I wish I would have, but Oracle's is a gabillion dollar company, and they just laid off 30,000 people. And then the CEO is what, third, fourth richest? No, I shouldn't say that. He's a very wealthy person. I'll just put it that way. And these AI data centers keep popping up. It's crazy to think. And with that in mind, I want to go to my next one here. Arizona hires Sullivan and Cromwell, preparing $4 million legal fight over the Colorado River rights. David, Ken, I'm talking to you guys. Matt, my Arizona, J-Mac, a bunch of people down in Arizona. This was recent. Well, it might have been a week or two ago, but Arizona is hiring one of the country's top law firms that signals readiness to take its Colorado River water fight to court. There's been an ongoing thing, I guess, now for years with the Colorado River and the water rights. And I'm just going to paraphrase and kind of sum this up briefly here, but Arizona already committed $3 million to the Colorado River litigation fund set up in 2025. State lawmakers are considering adding approximately $1 million more dollars during the 2026 budget. That would bring the total to the legal commitment around $4 million. Why is this important? Well, you guys have heard me talk about all this stuff that is happening in Arizona with AI data, big AI data centers, and they've got North Scottsdale is building like this $1 billion town that's supposed to do an X, Y, and Z. AJ Richards, good morning, brother. Appreciate you. There's a lot of building that I've been following some people on Instagram. I've talked to some. I got a friend of mine that's a builder down in the Phoenix metro area. He's been hearing things about it, starting to see things like this coming to fruition. But this lawsuit, this comes after years of failed negotiations. 7 Colorado River states have spent 3 years trying to agree on new water sharing guidelines for after 2026. They missed the federal deadline in November of 25, and they missed another one in February. So the talks remain deadlocked. Here's the thing. Water rights, AJ I'm going to put this up here. Water wars are coming. I would respectfully disagree and say they're here already. You're probably going to see more of them, right? You got Vegas, I'm going to take Arizona and the Phoenix area down in the valley. You're building these big AI centers and you already have water shortages, right? We already have water shortages down there. Why are we building these big ass data centers in the desert that needs water to cool everything? And then and the Phoenix area is just getting bigger, right? And a couple years ago, the last year, I think they finally cut out the alfalfa farm out in the Yuma area that was using 90% of Arizona water. So they cut them out finally. Great. Now we have all this. So let's just use the data. What about the people? It's you guys in Arizona that are paying for this. I would be pissed off. But that's just me. I am pissed off. I still got family there. A lot of my friends are still down there. I've got big investments down there myself. It's ridiculous of what's happening. And it doesn't help me understand. Make it make sense to me why we're putting data centers in the middle of the desert. Make it make sense. Please. And while you're thinking about doing that, one thing that wasn't mentioned much, and AJ, I'm so glad you're still here because I want you to comment on what I'm about to say. Yeah, AJ, yep, they were growing alfalfa using Arizona water for side, and Arizona residents wasn't seeing any of that money. Ken, what do we have here? Oh, geez. Wow. Yeah. And cheap land. Yeah, it's cheap. Yeah, especially up North Phoenix or north of Anthem. AJ, I want you to add to it. This is a big one. Nebraska wildfires have been going on a lot. And one of the biggest fires now, I think it was it burned 630 plus acres, is finally considered to be contained. Why is that important? Why would I be bringing this up? Because there's a lot of ranchers and farmers. You guys hear me talk about ranchers and farmers often. We got an subject matter expert in this field in the comment sections on Facebook right now, Mr. AJ Richards from the farm.org. And AJ was just at CPAC. He just was at the White House with Secretary of Agriculture and a whole bunch of ranchers and farmers from around the country. AJ is a leading expert in this stuff, but it's food. AJ said it. It's our food. There is war on our food sovereignty. I've said this for the last couple of years, and mainly because of this gentleman, AJ, in the comment section. Keep an eye on Nebraska. That's all I'm going to say. Keep an eye on Nebraska, because there's three. There was three main fires. The one big one has been contained. There's two other ones that are still burning, and a lot of ranchers are losing areas for their cattle and whatnot. So it's something that we need to pay attention to, because cost of beef is going up as well. What do we have here? David. Yeah, okay. Before build, I don't disagree with that sentiment right there. All right. All right. That's it for the news stuff. Again, it's been a crazy week, y'all. Crazy week, and a busy one at that. With all the military stuff going on. I did read something else too, and I didn't put it in the queue today, but it was something about I think the Army's new ACT, the new combat test is finally being implemented too. That may be old news, but I'm seeing a lot of that around social media as well. So I figured I'd talk about it a little bit. A lot going on. And I'm really curious to see what happens with Pam Bondi. Let's not forget, friendly reminder, let's not forget what today is. Today is Good Friday. And those of you that are coming in late, I started the show off with a prayer, John 19, verse 30. Go ahead and look that up if you'd like. Yeah, because for me it's important. But let's get into some things. We got some events coming up starting tomorrow, Mañana. Annual Heritage Fishing Day with our friends down at Green Valley Hunters Paradise. Thank you, AJ. Yeah. This is a great place to be. This is down in Bath County, Virginia. It is beautiful. You got to go over several mountains to get there. It starts at 12. But if you're looking for something to do and you're out east, I would strongly encourage you to go check out Green Valley Hunters Paradise. Come on out to the annual Heritage Fishing Day. $50 for adult, $25 for a child. Limited 5 trout per person. It's down in Millboro, Virginia, Bath County, Virginia. Beautiful county. Stock pond and stream. It's beautiful. I go down there. I went down there. I spent the majority of the fall down in this area. And Luke and Clint and everybody down there is just it's great. So go check it out. That's tomorrow. Starts at 12. Also up, and I don't have a flyer for this one, but one of our community partners, Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. Tomorrow, they have their first Warriors on the Water event here in Pennsylvania, southern Pennsylvania to be exact, down in Kirkwood. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. You can go check them out on Facebook if you're interested. I believe push-off time is 6 a.m. So go down if you're out east, or if you're in northern Maryland or Pennsylvania and want to go fish tomorrow. I'm certainly thinking about it myself. Warriors on the Water event. If you're a veteran or first responder, I highly encourage you to go. It's a lot of fun. So stay tuned and check that out. Next up, listen, you guys have heard me talk about this for a couple months now. Military Creator Con, right around the corner. I'm leaving in less than 2 weeks for this to head down to Arlington, Texas. I'm going to say this right now. I've got a couple more tickets, 50% off. HMG 50. I think I could say that still. Well, I'll ask for forgiveness later if not. Go to militarycreatorcon.com. Get your tickets right now. There's still a couple left. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. So here you go. You know what? I'm going to put it in the comment section below. I hope to see you guys there. We got a all-star lineup of speakers that are going to be there this year. So check it out. If you want to go, use promo code HMG50 and you get 50% off your ticket. Hope to see you guys there. Next up, Right after that, May 2nd, we're going to be down in Palm Harbor, Florida. So we're going from Texas down to Palm Harbor, Florida for the Hero Fest, second annual Hero Fest, in collaborations with Krabby Bill's. It's going to be, where's it going to be at here? Palm Harbor. They've got 2 stages, 5 bands, a couple VIP areas. And here's the cool thing. They got over 150 vendors that are going to be there. So it's called Rock the Harbor event, Hero Fest. It's going to be awesome. Come check it out. You could go to herofestfl.com for more information. And for those of you who don't know where Palm Harbor is, it's kind of like on the other side of the bay from Tampa, just north of St. Pete. So beautiful area, a lot of fun. Come check it out. And then we have the National Social Media Awards happening June 7th in LA. Follow NSMA on Instagram. They post a lot of stuff there. So go check it out. Or you could also go to their website, nationalsocialmediaawards.com. What do we have here? David, does creating chaos count? Yes. Why do you think they asked me to do it? Certainly not because I'm talented. Come on down to Texas. I tell you what, this, and Ken, if you're still on, David and Ken, you guys come to Arlington, Texas, and then that's where we launch the Grumpy Old Man's podcast. Just an idea, throwing it out there. All right, let's get into some of the shows here. And I just realized I forgot one more thing I want to show you guys. So I'm going to pull it up because I forgot to put it in the queue here. So bear with me. Hopefully this will open. I want to welcome a new show to Heroes Media Group. Behind the Thin Blue Line. Only we can tell the stories. This is a great podcast. Mark is a 30-plus year law enforcement veteran. We are blessed to have him on the network. Thank you for being a part of this. So if you guys get a chance, go to their YouTube channel. He's got some great interviews already up there. You can follow his stuff. Go to heroesmediagroup.com as well to get more of his information. So we're happy to have Behind the Thin Blue Line a part of the HMG family. Ken, I don't even like leaving my driveway. Yeah, but you do. And it's Texas. Good food. Who else we got? Uncommon Sense. They've got some new episodes out. You can go to their YouTube channel, Uncommon Sense. Check them out. This week on the Decision Hour with yours truly, had a really great conversation with Anna Redmond. And we're talking about preserving stories, right? A lot of us remember this like challenge coins, right? We get these challenge coins. I got mine down there. Now they're digital challenge coins. So you could take a challenge coin, digitize it, and then put the story behind it, the meaning behind it, how you got it. You can give it to a friend or what have you. A lot of us, we like the solid, we like the physical side of it. We all know, veterans, military personnel, we know what it means to have to be coined, right? It's a part of our traditions and whatnot. It's here. Well, this Harvard alum and founder of Brav, Anna shares her journey from venture capital and thought leadership to transforming a physical security industry with a mission centered on helping people feel safe. But then she was like, wait a minute. I love the veteran community, and it's inspired her. The stories behind the challenge coins inspired her to create a digital twin system that preserves each coin's story, strengthens connections, and builds a lasting legacy through blockchain technology. So they're taking this and what they're doing is you can put this on the blockchain, and underneath it, and I've been testing this out. We've got this coming to MCC, but you can coin a person and you can tell them why they're getting it and whatnot. And here's the other thing, like, God forbid something happens to you and you take your coins and pass them down to your next of kin. They can get on and see why you got the coin, the story behind the coin, where you got it, the purpose of it, et cetera, et cetera. It's pretty cool. So check it out. That's the decision hour this week. What do we have here? I ain't repeating that, David. uh, Next up, we got the Double S podcast. Sunday night, they're hitting a little bit of everything. They had a range of topics to talk about. It's fishing season. Fishing season is now up and open. So they're talking fishing, faith, society, health, and a whole lot more. Check it out. I stopped looking at the comments. Next up, we got the Misfit Nation podcast. What happens when a soldier survives combat overseas only to face a different battle at home? A lot of us understand what this is going through, right? The host Rich LaMonica sits down with Purple Heart combat veteran Jeremy Kevin Jackson. Jeremy's got a crazy story. He was severely wounded in Iraq August 13th of 2005 when a 7.62 sniper round struck his left arm, causing permanent nerve damage and paralysis. The injury ultimately led to his medical retirement from the Army. He gets out, comes home, goes through a slew of stuff, and he's going through a court battle and legal custody. And he talks about that in more detail. So Jeremy shares his story, his perspective on what happened, and why he believes his experience highlights larger issues within family courts and legal systems that affect parents across the country. Amen to that. Check it out. That is Misfit Nation podcast. And they do several episodes each week. AJ, yes, it's like a certificate with a QR code to go with the coin. Yeah, it's so you like, and here's the thing about this real quick about the coin, because it's really awesome. Go check it out. Go listen to the episode. I've sent a couple of coins out. HMG will have a coin that I'll be sending out digitally to people, listeners such as yourselves and stuff like that. We'll be doing a contest once that's live, so stay tuned for that. But it's pretty cool. Next up, Homefront Sit Rep podcast this week. Take listeners on a deeply personal journey through memory, sacrifice, and long overdue recognition, centered around Honor Flight and the powerful work by Jeff Gottsfield. The episode, and Jeff is an author, talks about his book. It's about a moment that thousands of veterans carry in their hearts for decades. It's pretty cool. Check it out. Homefront Sit Rep podcast. Next up, we got the Arms Room show. This week we'll be having guests. They have a guest on, Adam. No, not me. Wasn't me. Different Adam. Discussing the arresting process and what Leos are going to want you to do when you're being arrested. Easiest thing that I can say is don't get arrested. Tina, what's up, sis? Good morning. Next up, that was the Arms Room show. The OGs of HMG. Check it out. Next up, we got the Strategic Veteran. What does it mean to become a Gold Star family? This week, Adam Peters sits down with Susan Ames, a Gold Star mother whose son gave his life in service to this country. This episode is about sacrifice, legacy, and the enduring bond between a mother and her child. She shares her stories of loss, resilience, responsibility she feels to keep her son's memory alive, and so much more. The Strategic Veteran. Check it out. Next up, we got the disgruntled PM, Seema Fodor, busts common myths about agile practices, discusses the complexities of story points, and more. Yeah, the disgruntled PM. This is a really good show. Trevor's done a good job. I'm going to give Trevor a shout out real quick on this. He's been podcasting for this month will be a year, and he has done a fantastic job being consistent with his show and whatnot. So keep it Keep it going. Also talks about romance. Oh, geez. Okay. Next up, Vet SOS. Got to keep this going, guys. Vet SOS podcast. They did 4 episodes this week. This one that I'm talking about, Tina Irwin joins the Vet SOS network on the Vet SOS Presents Operation Startup to discuss her incredible journey from serving as a U.S. Navy commander in the submarine force to becoming an entrepreneur, author, and spiritual advisor, helping people navigate difficult life experiences. In this powerful conversation, she talks about how her military leadership and service shaped her transition into entrepreneurship and what she's doing now to help other people. That SOS podcast, like I said, they do 4 to 5 episodes a week. They've done a fantastic job. Sean Welch over there, Army veteran. You can find their videos on their YouTube channel, Vet SOS. Check it out. Next up, Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast with our man JJ Hardy. From vision to traction, turning strategy into results. And I just lost my. No, all right, we're gonna go over here. Turning strategy into results. Vision is easy. Executing it is where leaders have a problem, and that's where they get exposed. So, what they're going to break down: why strategic plans fail, and the cost of vague goals and unclear direction. That's Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast with our man JJ Hardy. Check it out. Stay with me. Just got a few more left. Next up, Label Free podcast. This week, Andrew Aaron, a seasoned sex therapist, marriage counselor, and author, to explore the complexities of love, connection, and intimacy. Andrew discusses his latest books, Love is Simple, But We Are Not, a powerful collection of articles designed to help individuals and couples better understand their emotional landscape, strengthen intimacy, and navigate the ups and downs of modern relationships. Check it out. Label Free podcast. What do we got next? We got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. This week, Earl Jackson of Mission Ready Men, a man whose journey led him from simply getting through life to embracing a greater purpose rooted in faith. This was great. They also had music from Justin Jeanson, an artist whose work is deeply personal and rooted in lived experiences. Check it out. They do a couple shows each week, but we got your 6 at 6 every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you guys check that out. This thing is just, I can't believe this thing took a crap on me. That's all right, though. I'm going to get that out of the way. A couple more. What do we got? Chasing Happiness. Are you in the middle of a storm right now? Wondering if God even cares? Yeah, a lot of us feel that way, I think, especially lately, it seems like. But Ryan gets into what hit him like a ton of bricks on a prayer walk, and then realized he didn't have enough faith to believe God would even give him peace while in the storm. It's raw. It's real. It's Chasing Happiness. Check it out. Last, certainly not least, we got Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line. This week, we build on the power of one to explore what happens when other witness courage. From the tank man of Tiananmen Square to modern community heroes, research shows that the first mover lowers the psychological cost of action, breaking the bystander effect. This was a cool episode. A lot of information in this one. Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line. Check it out. Shout out to our community partners, our sister company back here, HMG Beverage. You can go to hmgbeverage.com or hmgcoffee.com. Hopefully we'll have some updated news for you, but we have been working behind the scenes and potentially going to be working with a very, very big partner here very soon. You can order coffee right now. We've got 5 different blends right now on the website. I think 5, whatever. Go check it out, hmgcoffee.com. Place an order. Use promo code HMG10, give you a 10% discount. My tax fella, how many of you have not done your taxes yet? Yeah, you need help, go to mytaxfella.com, talk to Anthony, get it done right by the professionals. All right. I mentioned Green Valley Hunter's Paradise. I'm going to put them back up here because this is tomorrow, their annual Heritage Fishing Day. This is going to be a blast. Bath County, Virginia. If you've never been, I strongly encourage you to go down there if you're in the area. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a good time. Green Valley Hunter's Paradise, one of our community partners. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle, Southern Pennsylvania. They got their Warriors on the Water event tomorrow as well. Check them out. And then last but certainly not least, veteran-owned, family-run, Forget Genetics, one of the best product that you'll find on the market. Get deer in your woods, or get the animals in your woods, period, or in your yard for that matter. Go check them out, forgetgenetics.com. Guys, remember this weekend, what today means, right? It is finished. It is finished. Let's remember what this weekend is all about. Jeremiah, what's up, brother? We're just talking about you a couple minutes ago. It's Easter weekend, and say a prayer for everybody. Those of you that celebrate Passover, those of you that believe, then this weekend is, you understand the significance of today. I'll say this: we'll be here next week. I hope everybody has a wonderful, peaceful Easter weekend. It is finished, just like today's show. It is finished. Thanks for being here today, guys. God bless you. God bless America. Love you all. We'll see you guys here next week. Take care.